kinds of settings to be wrong. But we'll find out. Here we go. Hooray. Yes. Okay. But we're good now. So I'm going to mute myself, and that is very distracting, but it's done. So welcome to Next Level. It's the first time we've done this in ages.
Yeah.
I'm Emily. I host the podcast Level with Emily, and Sam Keenan produces it and offers many other creative insights and valuable support, I will say. So hi, Sam.
Hi. Happy 2024.
Yeah. Happy 2024. It's been a while. We got just sidetracked over the holidays for obvious reasons. Everyone does. And we're back now, and we're on a bi-weekly schedule. So we'll be coming to you on the Wednesdays that we're publishing the episodes that Friday. And this week, I'm so excited for Tunic and Lifeformed, whose real name is Terrence, and his co-composer slash wife, partner, Janice Kwan. So I'm pumped about that, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So yay, Tunic.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to get into the episode much?
I have actually, but I was just going to say, I meant I was going to check out the game because I haven't seen the game, what the game looks like or anything like that. But so I'll have to do that. But
yeah,
I have checked out the episode, and I wanted to just see what the game looked like after hearing the soundtrack, because it's got a really lovely synthy soundtrack. You know,
I think you would really like this game because you play, first of all, you play as a little fox, which is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this little tiny adventure game, and you don't really get a lot of instruction. So you have to figure things out. And as you uncover like clues or something like that, they're not in English or anything. They're in some fantasy language. So you're also trying to like use the context of the environment to figure out things. Like you might not know how to, you might not know that you have a certain piece of gear or something. So yeah, I have not played. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it maybe even tonight. But yeah, it's a wonderful game, and it took a long time for them to make it, and it's just, people love it. It's been out for a bit too. It's been out for, I don't know, a couple of years or something like that. But
Okay.
But it's a really, really wonderful little game. And so yeah, the synthy, it's like synth and live piano, and it's just the best. People love it, and I love it, and I loved talking with Terrence and Janice. They're just like the best. I loved it. So how about you?
Yeah, I thought the sound of it was really great, and the live piano. I was listening to tracks and trying to figure out if it was real or not.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But because stuff sounds so good these days. But
Oh yeah, I guess I never asked.
yeah, and
I never asked.
I think it might not be, but it sounds really good, and they do a really great job of. I really like the style that they mix things in. They put everything in really nice space, and the piano sounds like it's kind of distant and spacey, and it's got reverb, but it's not too, not too much, but just like feels good. Everything is in a really, really coherent space,
Yeah. Well, let's listen. Let's listen to some. Let's just hear
Okay.
a bit of the very opening track, the main theme. I think they kind of think of it as. It's called "Too Far Shores," and it starts off kind of quiet, but then it gets into it, and you start to hear a chord progression that is kind of endemic to the game. So this is a little bit of "Too Far Shores," and I'll let it go for a bit here. I lied about that chord progression thing, but
Hmm.
pardon me. Just so no one's confused by that, I thought we were in a different part of the track, but
Oh,
love that.
yeah, that would be
Love that.
more of the kind of that's when it gets all full on. That's like that's everything going there. You know, a lot of it's
Yeah.
like more sparse and stuff like that, but that's
Yes,
got a
that's
whole big
true.
giant
Yes.
spectrum of everything happening. But it's a good
Yep.
example of kind of just how they make things sound like those synths were slathered in lots of reverb, but it sounds real
Yeah.
nice, and those
Sounds so good.
low notes are all smooth, and the percussion is really soft, and it's really soft throughout the whole thing. Like there's, you know, it's like you could have a lot in a lot of this music. You could have a kick going,
Yeah.
and make it real techno-y, and it would work well to do that. But everything's real soft and it feels nice that way instead. You know, it's like chills it out even when it's getting active. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Agree with you. For someone who really I can't really put as fine of a description on why it sounds so good. I just know it sounds really good and it
Yeah.
feels good
Mm-hmm.
because of it, you know? And, you know, this is just one of those games that makes me want to play with a headset on because the music is just there's such an atmosphere to it, you know? And I want to experience all the zings, even though I do have a surround system. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
it's sometimes not quite the same, you know?
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, love it. Another fun thing that I really enjoy about the conversation that YouTubers will mostly benefit from is the cats that they have. And I think they also maybe do some fostering. I can't remember. We didn't talk about that on the record. So that would require me to remember what they said.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
opposed to being able to listen to it. But I think there is one in particular that she likes to be held a lot. And so she kind of was making a ruckus at the beginning. And I had to stop them and be like, is that a cat toy? But yeah, but I think you get to see some of the kitties in the video, which is always a delight anytime we get any kind of animals showing up. Jason, the nerve of Jason Graves to, after the last time I interviewed him and long after we had hit record and we were just chatting, he pulls a bird down. And I'm like, dude, that bird was there the whole time? And he's like, yeah, this is the one that lives in the studio. So anyway, I'm going to make him put that bird on camera next time. But
nice.
yeah, we love, everyone loves animals in a Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always the best.
It's always the best. One of the super fun things too, and I don't know at what point you are in the episode again, but Janice, who is the classically trained pianist, Terrence, Lifeformed, also is trained, but he didn't really dig it as much as Janice did. And so she is the one doing the acoustic stuff. And they did co-compose, and so she has all of these piano sketches she ended up releasing. And you can find on her Bandcamp, which are super fun. And I think we should listen to some of that because that's cool. But while I'm looking that up, do you want me to play a track? Get back to the music.
I wrote down a few things. Just going off of that kind of bouncy trance sort of stuff. Try maybe play the one called The Night. And once it gets about like 15, 20 seconds in or something, it's a good example of that like soft kick percussion and stuff like that.
20 seconds in?
It's for just so you can start at the top.
Yeah. I will. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Let me make sure because I think something is playing right now. Okay, there we go. Here is The Night from Tunic. Yeah.
Yeah, just that style of music is very like early Bjork, you know.
Oh yeah, big
And
time.
it almost sounds like she's going to come in with violently happy or
I know,
something.
right? We could
But
wish if anyone's
yeah,
going to
but
sing.
I really like that kind of music and just the really chill stylized way that they have
Yeah.
mixed stuff is really, it feels really nice, you
And
know.
I like the detail too. A lot of fun little things that pop in and out of the texture that don't get overused at all. Just little dashes of seasoning here and there,
Hmm.
as it were, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Here's one I really like called Hex Sequence.
Okay, this is the piano sketch.
No, I
Oh,
didn't. We
okay.
can do that. We can do
We,
that too. Uh, yeah, let's do that.
okay.
Let's listen to a piano sketch. So, I mean, there's 8 of them, so we kind of just take a pick. Oh, sunset breakfast. But let's start with one of these boss battles, like the librarian, the administrators, the captain. Those are all bosses, I believe. So this is the librarian, the piano sketch.
Okay.
I mean, that's intense. Like
Yeah.
that's some freaking piano playing, right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's
And
so cool. Yeah, and then listen to what they ended up doing with it, which is also just so freaking cool. Different key, first of all. It's so cool. Actually, I think that is the same key. I don't have
yeah,
perfect
I was gonna
pitch.
say I think maybe it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
Uh,
that's really neat. Actually, that's one thing I definitely noticed and I noted down too, that the you can tell the piano playing was legit.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it sounds like somebody who knows what they're doing playing the
yeah.
piano rather than somebody just like who's able to program it like they know what they're doing. It's you can really feel
Exactly.
it. You can feel the human
Yeah, like when
player
she's
there.
doing those arpeggios up and down, like
Hmm.
you can
Hmm.
tell that she spent significant hours and hours and hours of her life practicing those just
Right.
as a part of her being a classically trained pianist. So
Right,
yeah,
right, right.
yeah, she's got mad skills. And it's really fun to listen to those piano sketches. I highly recommend that. I think I put a couple different examples in, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't put just one in.
Okay.
I know I put in the librarian because it's just so good.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, but let's get back to some of the more synthy stuff, and I'll go ahead and play Hex Sequence, which is what I was going to play
Okay.
earlier. I just got to find it. Here we are. Like when that bass comes in, just kind of, it's not random at all, but it's so sparse that it's just so effective when
Hmm.
that bass drops in from time to
Hmm.
time. I
Hmm.
love that in that track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
also they kind of one of the things I'd written down, a track called Memories of Memories.
oh,
There's like they
yeah.
do this 1 2 3 4 5 6 thing that's kind of over this 4 4 thing happening.
Yeah.
And it just feels really nice. But if you have that one,
I
if
do.
you go to like 123 and play it for a bit, you'll hear what I'm talking about. But that's what that just reminded me of, is that 6 count
Yep.
feeling, that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
playing 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Did you say 120?
123 is what I wrote down,
Okay. We'll
but
get into it
around
a little
there.
bit. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get into it just a little bit. This is a beautiful track. It's just so pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that where it's kind of it's going duh duh duh, and then there's these
Yeah.
things like happening that it just like feels so
Hemiola.
nice. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I love that. I
What do
love
you call
that.
it?
Hemiola.
Oh,
When
yeah.
there's 3 against 2 or 4 against 5 or yeah.
I got to get my hemiola checked, but
Yeah, get your hemiola worked on, will you? Um one of my favorite tracks, and I don't, oh man, struggle to play it here just because it's kind of long. So I think I will just highly recommend that folks listen to Ghost Field. It's about 5.5 minutes, but
yeah, I had that one
it's
written down too.
it's
Yeah,
so gorgeous, man. When the
yeah, it
piano comes
is.
in,
It's really
I just
nice.
want to burst into tears.
Yeah,
Seriously, I was like, I
yeah,
told them I thought it was my favorite, and they're like, really? I'm like, I know it's a weird choice, but I was so affected by the entrance of the piano, and I don't think it's as effective if I go to that point, and I don't want to wait like 3 minutes to get there.
right,
So,
right.
so I
Yeah,
just think, you know, do
it's
yourself a favor, turn the
mm-hmm.
lights down, maybe light a candle and listen to Ghost Field because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, nice slow build.
Yeah, but I also love Ocean.
Ocean Glaze. I wrote that one
Yeah,
down too.
it's so good because
Yeah.
there's so many arpeggios in it, and I won't
Mm-hmm.
spoil their story. There's a really adorable story about why, and so let's listen to a little bit of Ocean Glaze because it's a good one. I'll let this go for a minute. that's just good.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
good.
really neat. Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. They are quite the pair. And they both write their own music too, which obviously is also on Bandcamp. Yeah, just such wonderful people. I absolutely loved talking to them, and I've been kind of obsessed with Taiwan ever since. The story of how they ended up living there is incredible. The story of how they met each other is incredible. It was such a top to bottom inspirational interview. I loved it. So
cool.
I've been really looking forward to this one, to sharing this one for ever since I did it, which was quite a while ago now. Yeah, I just kind of want to stop there personally. But if you want to, do you have any other tunes that you want to share?
No, actually, we went through all the ones I wrote down.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There's so much wonderful music that
Yeah.
we didn't get a chance to do. First of all, it's a 14-hour time difference between here and Taipei.
Right.
In Taiwan. So it was 6 a.m. here, I think.
Yeah.
And 8 there.
Right.
And 8 p.m., obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I got up early and they stayed up late. So, we didn't, and we chatted a bit before and after. I didn't, we'll have them on again is my point. I didn't get to talk to them as long as I wanted to. And that was just a result of the time being how it was and all of that. But yeah, no, it was just amazing. So that'll be up Friday. I might talk you into seeing if we can post it actually tomorrow night just because of the time difference. I don't know how far you are, and I don't want to push you on that publicly.
Yeah.
So, but do you, and we'll get it up. It'll be up by Friday no matter what. So, or on whatever normal time at the very least. And yeah, find us on Patreon where you stream your things. Like us and subscribe to us here. And find us on Discord. All of those things will be down in the show notes at some point this evening. So, yeah. Anything else you want to add to that, Sam Keenan? Mixer?
I don't think so.
Report.
Another banger, great soundtrack.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm happy to be able to know about and find these things to put on in the background because they're so nice sounding.
So nice sounding. It's so good. All right. Well, you know what I never checked was the freaking chat. Oh my God. I never checked the chat because I don't have the right thing up. But anyway, hi to everyone. Thank you for stopping by. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with another, so good, another really good one. So we'll see you then.